for the first time. So I had an engagement session at like 9, and it was great. The weather was perfect. There was so many people at the Arboretum, so many moms like celebrating with their kids.
Yeah.
And it was really cute. But anyway, so I did the session. It went really well. It was amazing. And then I went to Merrit Coffee, and like maybe like 20 minutes later, I see my couple that I was taking photos of. It was so cute. I was like, wait, what? This is crazy. Because like I even asked them like what they're doing afterwards, because I knew it was Mother's Day. So I was like, oh, like what are you guys gonna do for Mother's Day? And they said that they were gonna have brunch somewhere. And I was like, oh, okay, amazing. And so when I saw them there, I was like, wait, what? Like, what are y'all doing? And she was like, oh, this place must be good. And I was like, this is my first time here. And she was like, oh, it's our first time here too. So it was just like a weird coincidence that they were both.
Oh, wow.
That we all decided to go there.
That they had a location over by the Arboretum.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I don't think it's like super close, but it's like close enough, because I don't think it really took me that long. I think maybe 10 minutes, but it was also kind of like the only coffee shop in that area that was open, because I feel like a lot of them were closed for some reason. I don't know if they always close on Sundays or if it was just like a Mother's Day thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so
That's
I feel
so
like we both like ended up
cute.
at the same coffee shop. It was really cute, and they were so sweet. And when they left, they tipped me, and I was like, oh my gosh, y'all did not have to do that. It was just like super sweet. I was like, I don't know if y'all felt compelled to, or like felt like you had to because you saw me again.
That's so
but
cute.
no, they were so sweet, and I was like, oh, I love my couple so much.
Yeah, the shoot went well too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had an engagement session at 9, and then I had another one at like 3. So I just decided to just kind of like go to a coffee shop, and then I went to Half Price Books by I think it was by the one near not Lower Greenville, but just like Greenville.
Yeah.
And it's like a warehouse type.
Yeah, it's massive,
it's
right?
So big. And I wasn't expecting there to be that many people there. Literally packed. I was like, what the heck? It's Mother's Day. What are y'all doing here? And yeah, it was just like, oh my gosh, there were so many things. So of course I ended up getting some books, and that's kind of what I was wanting to talk about, is like if you go to like a used bookstore, there's always so many photography books. Like this one in particular in Dallas, like there was so many. I didn't even have a chance to like look.
That's where I got these.
Okay, yeah.
At Half Price.
I ended up getting this one without knowing that we already had it here. And yeah, they have a lot of them. Like there's so many good ones, and so I'll probably make a TikTok about like what I got, but it was just like massive. Like usually if you go to those, they're like a lot smaller, so their photography section's a little bit smaller, and I can usually go through like each book. But this one, it was like they had like rows and rows of like photography stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They even had like just like war photography like categories for each one, and I was like, I can't go through all of these, but I ended up finding like really good ones, so I'm excited to look through them and kind of like get some inspo, because that's how, I mean, I feel like, you get your inspo from Pinterest, but I think if you look through like things that aren't necessarily like weddings or even events, you get a lot of inspiration. One of the books that I got was Women See Woman, and it's photographs by women of women.
Wow.
And it's really, really cool. There's some there's like some wedding ones, and there's just like, some like boudoir and just like random photographs.
You should bring that when we go to the Arboretum this week.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh yes, of course. No, I'll bring all the books that I got. It was so cute. It was like an older book. I wish I remembered what the date was of like when it was published, but I was just like, oh, this is perfect. Women See Women, because we have a lot of brides and families and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a good like book to look through. But yeah, so if you're needing any inspo and you're kind of tired of Pinterest, or want to kind of like go, or Instagram. No, exactly. Because we see a lot of weddings, and so sometimes I feel like our work kind of like turns into other people's work, because we're like looking through everyone, and we kind of all
subconsciously, like,
yeah. It's not even like you're
yeah,
meaning to copy
yeah,
anyone, but it's just kind of like you see it all of the time. So it's like you just do that, and just
yeah.
being able to like look through physical books and like books about or looking at photos that aren't weddings will really help you out too, just in terms of like composition, lighting, just the way they're positioned, things like that, and just kind of like seeing moments that you normally wouldn't photograph but are like could be important to your couple.
Even like art, there's this one photographer that I follow, and I was watching like an online workshop that she did, and she was I think it was Larkin Kindle. I'm not really sure. It was a long time ago, but this like stuck out to me because she like had memorized all these like paintings. No, I think it was Jessica Moore. Maybe.
Okay. You're like someone a photographer.
Yeah. I'll put it in the description if I remember who it was. But she like had memorized all these paintings, and then one day she realized she took a photograph that looked exactly like one.
Yes.
It was that one painting with it's like yellow, and it's like a king and a queen or something, and they're like hugging, and like it's like a yellow like cape. It's like super famous. Oh my gosh,
I think I have it.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
I can't remember what it's called, and I literally have it in my living room. I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about.
Well, yes, you do. Yeah. You do. And so, like, she took this one photograph, and it looked exactly like it.
Oh my
gosh. A modern day version.
Yes.
And she was like, literally, like, inspiration can be from, like, when you're looking at paintings or any kind of art medium, like the more you consume it, it's in your subconscious, and then that is what inspires your creativity.
Remember it. Yeah. No, I definitely agree, especially paintings for sure, because the lighting in painting is really, really good, especially if you're looking at like the Renaissance era. The lighting in those like paintings are so good because you can also like study them and see where the light is coming from, and that's how you can photograph a really good, like if you're like in a really like, you know, not so aesthetic area, you can find a window and make it look really, really good regardless of where you're at. So I definitely recommend. Even there was a whole art section, and I wanted to go through it, and I was like, I can't, like there's so many books. I was like, I can't do this, but I did want to get like some painting ones, but I found so many photography ones that I was like, okay, next time I'll just look at the art section and not photography and art, because there really was, that store was so big. Oh my gosh, it was great.
Wait, I'm excited now for our little Arboretum day. I'm gonna bring my art books too. I have one that's like the Impressionist paintings.
Ooh,
so we could look
at that too. I do like that era as well. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about those books that I got, because I really think that you shouldn't be just getting your inspiration from Instagram and Pinterest, because you really start looking like everyone else, and that's how you kind of like just like blend in, and you know, make it to where you want to be, because it's like, well, your photos look like everyone else's, so you want to kind of stand out a little bit. But how was your day? What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday was my day off.
Oh, yes.
This is something I wanted to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Taking days off, like during busy season. I feel like it's just, it can be like so hard to be shooting on the weekends, and then I feel like you have no time to get everything done during the week. Yeah. And so like I've totally been victim of just like taking a day off, but then still working on my day off. Yeah. And so this past year I've been really intentional about Mondays. I ain't doing shit. Like literally, like I'm not even editing sneak peeks. Like I'm gonna have to do that either Sunday or Tuesday. And so yesterday I just like vegged out. I was reading some dragon smut on my Kindle.
I love it. Oh my gosh,
because I did have a really busy weekend. I had 2 family sessions and a proposal that turned into like an engagement party. Which I kind of forgot that he had booked me for 2.5 hours. Yeah, I thought.
Oh gosh.
And so I forgot about that, but it was good. But
it looked cute.
Well, the proposal was so cute.
Okay.
I knew that would be cute. And then It was very nice, just not my style.
Oh,
So
okay. It looked like it was. Well, from what you posted,
I
but you're
didn't
good at
share
curating.
I didn't share at the like engagement parties part. It was at his like apartment complex. You can like rent out like one of the floors.
Oh, okay.
And it was super nice, but it was like the most stereotypical like Dallas country like aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like not in a cute like Montana country. Like
Yeah.
this could be like the Cowboys. Like
yeah, that's so funny.
yeah. So yeah, it was kind of hard to make that look cute, but the actual proposal was super beautiful. So I'm really excited to edit those sneak peeks.
That'll be good. Yeah, I just had a proposal too.
Yeah, and I have one on Sunday at the Arboretum.
Ooh, that'll be good. Where are y'all doing it? Or do you know yet?
Yes, I'm kind of nervous because there's like construction around the spot that she wants to do it at.
Oh.
And so I don't know how I'm gonna get in there and hide, but I'll figure it out.
Is it in that little like square?
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call that. Like a little. It almost looks like a little patio thing.
She just texted me the name actually. It's like very like French like architecture. What's it called?
It's really pretty. I feel like a lot of people do it there if we're talking about the same thing. But yeah,
it's the Poetry Garden.
Okay, yes. Oh, okay.
This guy.
Yes, yeah, I just took some pictures.
So there's construction on that side.
Yeah, it's not.
But do you think I can hide over there?
I don't think so, but there's an area by the entrance that I feel like you could hide somehow.
Yeah, because
we're going when you walk down the stairs.
We're going like 8 a.m.
Okay.
So like hopefully there won't be too many people, but that means that I can't blend in.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do they open at 8?
Well, if you have a members,
yes,
then you can go earlier.
Okay,
and she just bought a membership. So.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I was gonna say I think my couple couldn't go inside until like 9 on the dot because they just bought tickets. So it's like, be careful.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, how am I gonna get in there if I don't have the membership? I should just get a membership.
Yeah, you should just get a membership. I was gonna say you should just get one because honestly, the cost of getting like the ticket and parking, it's like you might as well just get the membership, so you'd never have to like worry about it until like next year.
Yeah,
because that's what I just ended up doing. I don't know why, but all my couples recently were like Arboretum. I think I've taken like 4.
Yeah.
Like sessions at the Arboretum in like a span of like 2 weeks. So it's been crazy.
It's so beautiful.
It really is so pretty.
And it hasn't been so hot yet.
Yeah, and like seriously, I've been there so many times and I swear every time I find a cute little spot. Like there's massive. Just so many areas that, and just like I kind of like vibe off my couple, what they're wearing, what their wedding is. And so one of my couples is getting married in Mexico. And so there was this like little area that had like palms and like a fountain. So it kind of looked like Mexican vibes. And so like I like did some photos in this little area that I had never done with any other couple because it like wouldn't have made sense for any other couple, but I just love finding those little like nooks and crannies of sessions. And did you watch The Bachelor? Do you watch The Bachelor?
Not in a long time.
Okay, I've never seen The Bachelor. The only Bachelor I've ever seen is The Golden Bachelor.
Is it cute?
With Gary.
I haven't seen that, but it looks cute.
It's very like wholesome vibes. But I've also never seen like the actual Bachelor or Bachelorette, so I can imagine it's a little bit more drama filled than like the Golden Bachelor, even though there was some drama, but it's like they're grown adults. Yeah. Like they are not like, being catty or anything. Although some of them were. So it was a fun watch, but I'm just not the type of person that likes that type of dating show where it's like multiple girls and one guy and then like the other way around. Anyways, so my couple on Sunday, my second one in the evening, she really loved Joey and Kelsey's engagement photos.
Okay.
He was like a bachelor,
I know who
like
they
2
are.
years ago. Okay. And the reason I even know who Joey is because I love watching Dancing with the Stars and he was on that. But anyways, she loved their engagement photos and she sent me like inspo from it. And of course it's very similar to kind of like my style as in terms of like posing, not so much like the color, but she ended up finding the dress that Kelsey was wearing and found it on Poshmark. So she got it on Poshmark and it was so pretty. It was like very flowy and white and just like gorgeous. And I was just like, oh, wow, that's actually really smart. Just go to Poshmark and find like, if you really like someone's like photos, or if you're like, you know, needing some like inspo, go like look for engagement photos and try to find the dress on Poshmark.
Yeah, I think that's so smart.
Like, it's so smart. I was like, I've actually never thought about doing that.
I haven't either.
I'm like, wait, why haven't I? Because she said I think she said it was like pretty expensive, but she just found it on Poshmark and it was like, you know, discounted basically.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was really cool of her to do. She was my
You
couples,
loved it?
I swear, I just love all my couples. Oh my gosh. I also just had a consult call yesterday, and I was on the call with both of them, but I'm pretty sure she was Mexican, and she was telling me how she used to go to Mexico whenever she was younger, like every summer for the whole summer. And I was like, wait, same. New lore drop. I used to go to Mexico like from like when I was a baby to like maybe when I was like 15 years old. I went to Mexico every summer for the entirety of the summer.
Wow.
And she was like, yeah, it was like I was living two lives. And I was like, oh my gosh, same. And so it's just cool like finding couples that are like just so like similar to you and just like have some sort of connection. It's just like so fun. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need that to happen to like every inquiry now.
That's how you know they're meant for you.
I know. It's really
so cool.
crazy. And this one was planner reached out to me first and then connected me to them, and the bride really wanted to find like Latinx vendors, so she's like, her planner is like helping her basically find people, which is really cool, because I don't think I've heard that from any of my couples. Like,
when is that wedding?
Next spring.
Okay.
Yeah So it should be
a good one.
Yeah, it should be good. I think they're doing downtown Dallas, and they're doing the cathedral that's down there, and then the Carlisle room.
Amazing.
So it'll be really, really cool. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of those, a lot of church and then reception weddings, which is fine. I love doing it.
Yeah.
And I've never been to that cathedral downtown.
It's stunning.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've only been, I haven't taken photos there. I've just like snuck around.
Oh, okay.
When I was a teenager, we would just sneak into like beautiful churches like
really?
that. It's kind of weird that I think about that.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's not like you really have to. Do you have to sneak in? I don't feel like anybody would really say anything.
I mean, we would take photos.
Oh.
Like me and my
it's
friends.
fine.
We'd go to like, because like we were searching for architecture, I think.
Oh,
and so we would just go to like churches.
I
and
wanted
stuff,
some inspo. It's fine.
It's funny.
Yeah, I've never been over there, so I'm excited. Hopefully that gets booked. We were really vibing, so I really hope that something happens out of that. But anything else? What did you do on Sunday for Mother's Day?
I went to my friend Elizabeth's. Her mom has a pool.
Oh,
and so
okay,
I kind of have been adopted into their family.
Yeah, that's so cute.
And so I just hung out with them all day. It was very exhausting because, you know, me being like not a mother myself and just like not being around like toddlers or like a big family all the time. It's just, I love each and every single person, but they can be very loud and like very just like a lot of chaos, which I love, but it does like exhaust me. At the end of the day, I'm like, wow, I'm really tired and I didn't even do anything.
These aren't even my kids.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But what a good day.
Yeah, it was good. It was
such a pretty day. That
kind
day
of
too.
annoying because we were trying to swim and it was like cold and like cloudy. And then right when we went inside, then the sun came out. So.
Oh, yep, of course. That's always how it goes. I know, it was kind of cloudy. It was like really cold in the morning.
Yeah.
When I went to my engagement session, I was like, oh my gosh, I might need a jacket. It's kind of cold. But it ended up being fine because I'd rather be a little cold than like super duper hot.
Oh, yeah.
Last time when we recorded at your house, I had to change because I was wet from my engagement session. I had an engagement session and then we were going to record, and I just didn't realize how hot I would get. And like my dress was just like soaking wet. It was just like I just got out of the shower or something. It was just not good. And I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want to sit on Miranda's new couch and just be so sweaty. I'm gonna like get up and it's just gonna be like wet.
No.
It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. But yeah, oh my gosh, I feel like we have so much to talk about because we didn't even talk about a lot of things last week because we had so much to talk about. I went to a country concert like the first weekend of May. Well, it was like a festival, but we only went Saturday and Sunday because Avery likes a band called Midland. And well, I do too, but it's really his thing. I'm not really a country gal, but I did do the whole thing. I love themed, like anywhere where I can dress up and be like on theme. I love doing that. So I dressed up, of course. I cosplayed a cowgirl and it was
you looked so cute.
Fun. I loved every second of it. It was great. I got so many compliments too, which is just like I love getting compliments on like my outfits. That's like the best thing ever.
And you love like live music, like music festivals.
I do. Like yes. And that was like my first music festival in so long. Like I don't think I've been to a music festival since before COVID.
Yeah.
Which is sad. I just stopped going after COVID because I was going to go that year to a music festival and then of course got canceled in the summer. And I was going to specifically, I wanted to go because Miley Cyrus was headlining and she hasn't gone on tour and doesn't plan on going on tour anytime soon. So I was like, fun. But yeah, so I hadn't been to a music festival in a long time and it was really fun. It wasn't like huge. So it was kind of nice that it wasn't like a super big festival because those are crazy, like ACL and like Lollapalooza, all those places. But yeah, it was fun and I like dressing up and it was a good time.
What was it called?
It was called Lone Star Smokeout because they had, I know.
Love it.
I know. It was
Lone
incredible.
Star.
Yes, because it was a music festival, but all the vendors there were like barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah, so all of the food, everything was like barbecued inspired and it was just like barbecue places from all over Texas.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
well, that's a country
it was actually
music I can go to.
Yeah, no, it was so good. They had margaritas, they had a lot. It was really, really fun. And thankfully that weekend it wasn't like super duper hot. It was like the perfect weather, which was nice. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't even get into that. So I'm like, there's just been so much going on. I had like, here, I wrote it down because it's been just within a week. I had, let's see, let me open up I had 4 engagement sessions, 1 proposal, 3 client consults, and I second shot all within a week. And we had that WIPA event.
Yeah, it's busy season.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah. I have not had like a day off, which is fine. I feel like pretty good right now, but I just know all of it's going to add up because I have to edit everything. Right?
Okay, so how do you feel? Do you like taking days off?
I mean, I usually do, but the thing is like I've been like the past like winter I haven't had that much work, so I'm just kind of like I just know that it's busy season, so it's like I'm not really like I need a day off right now because I just know it's I'm about to come off of that, if that makes sense.
You're so like all
summer, all summer I'm gonna have off. Yeah. I don't really have anything besides like probably like a few sessions that I'll do here and there, but it's just kind of like I'll just ride the wave and then I'll not be busy again. So it'll kind of like balance out. So right now I'm feeling good, but of course like I probably will have to take a day off probably sometime this week or like at least a half day. I don't mind like a half day or something. But I also texted Miranda on Sunday and I was like, I think I got the running bug again.
It was so hard for me not to buy running shoes yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, why? Where did you go? Or like, what were you doing?
I was trying to find an outfit I'm second shooting this weekend for a friend. Oh, okay. And the wedding is like super maximalist, like, but a majority of the wedding party is wearing pink and red, and so she didn't want me wearing pink and red.
Okay.
And like that's my whole closet.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need to go find like a blue dress or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was running around like TJ Maxx, Nordstrom Rack, like every place. And like the only thing I was finding that I wanted to buy was like athletic clothes.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And I was like, if I'm gonna start running again, I'm gonna need running shorts.
No, literally.
Because I just
funny.
like cleaned out my closet and organized like all my Pilates clothes. And I realized like I have like one running short now.
Oh.
Because I like go extreme. I'm like, I'm doing this sport or I'm doing this sport, and then like everything that I bought for that sport over here, I'm getting rid of because I'm not into it anymore. So now I'm like, oh, if I want to start running again, I'm gonna have to build that up again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I texted her and she was like, wait, same?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was just so crazy because I wasn't going to text you that, but I was like, I'm just going to text her just to see like what she says. And I was fully not expecting you to say that you were too, because I don't know, you hadn't really been we have not talked about running like at all. We like haven't talked about really just like any running. So it was just kind of crazy that we were on the same page without like even talking about it.
I know. So me and Ian actually we consume a lot of running YouTube.
Okay, yeah. I was going to ask you about that.
A lot of my favorite runners are also photographers.
Oh.
So like I found them through like photography. But then they're also like elite runner athletes now. So it's like a weird kind of like, I had
no idea.
Yeah. Worlds crossing. So I still like keep up with them, and like Ian loves, well, like one of the runners also has like a fashion brand. And so he loves it for that. So we kind of just like are obsessed with watching running YouTube.
Okay. I love it. Wait, who is the
so there's a different couple, like Joe Greer. Do you know Joe Greer? He's like a super famous like street photographer.
Oh, okay.
And he shoots film. He's really, really good, but the past couple years has gotten into running. So we love watching Joe Greer. We watch Eric Floberg. He like taught me everything about wedding photography. Like when I first started, I took like his course.
Oh wow. Okay.
And he's also a videographer. And he also makes like short films, but he's also
oh my gosh,
an elite like running athlete.
What in the world? Yeah. Okay, I'm missing a whole community. I had no idea that these people existed.
I mean, and all these guys are like men, obviously, but there's one more, Marcus Maloney. He has a running brand called Minted New York, and they do like athleisure running wear, and also they just started like streetwear too.
Okay.
And so they're like kind of like the big names out there that I watch, but they're like YouTube videos are so good. Oh, the production, amazing.
Oh, see, yeah, I love a production. Yeah. I love a good YouTube video. The reason, I don't know really what happened. I watch a lot of like influencers and their podcasts and just like their TikToks, but I watched a YouTube podcast. Yeah, YouTube podcast. And I love What We Said. It's with Chelsea and JC. And Chelsea just ran a half marathon. And kind of like after listening to that, I was like, oh, I should get back into running again. Like she really was just like explaining like her journey with it and how good she did. And JC was like so impressed by her because Chelsea was like very like, oh, you know, like I haven't really been training that much, and just like kind of like underplaying how like good she was gonna be. And so at the race, JC was like, oh my gosh, like you did so good. That's but amazing. Anyways, so that kind of like got me into it. And then Avery's parents were here this past weekend, which also added to the list of things that I had to like do. Yeah. So I really haven't had a day off. I had Saturday off from a wedding, but his parents were here, so we kind of had to hang out with them. But anyways, we went to the outlets that are close to my house, and they have a Lululemon outlet. And so I just bought a bunch of like tank tops, because I have a lot of running shorts, but I don't have a lot of like tank tops. And so I bought like 4 tank tops, and I was like, well, this is it. I have to start running.
Yep. You're like, I've invested.
Yeah, exactly. I've invested, and like I invested so much when I got the running bug earlier, like last year. And so I already have everything that I need, basically. I just actually need to go run.
Yeah. I think I need a couple more pairs of shorts, and I need new shoes because I haven't bought new running shoes since I ran the half.
Oh, okay.
And so they're probably busted.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Just they have miles in them
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Well, which ones are you thinking of getting?
Well,
and why didn't you get them?
Well, because I was looking, and then I was like, you know what? I want to do this the right way, like I did the first time, and go to like a store where they measure my foot and tell me. Because maybe my foot has changed since I've like ran, you know? And so, because I had like special insoles and like all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So I really want to measure my foot again and see like if anything has changed. And then they can tell me which shoe would be best. Because I was running in the Hoka 9, Clifton 9s.
Okay, yeah.
But that's the only shoe I've ever tried, so I'm kind of like, okay, maybe I'll try something new.
Yeah, I like my On Clouds. I forget what they're called, but they're like really cushiony. Okay, kind of like Hoka's, but I really, really like those. So I don't need new running shoes because I haven't put that many miles on those. So
did you sign up for the half?
I haven't yet, but I wanted to see if, because Steph's fiance is also kind of a runner, and I wanted to see if he would want to run with me, because we used to run at the lake that it's going to be at. It's Marine Creek Lake. Okay. It's like literally like 15 minutes from my house. Okay. And so I've already ran that entire course. I think for the half, you just have to run it twice. Okay. And so I'm already kind of used to that area. So I was like, oh, this is kind of perfect for me to do like my first half marathon where I had been training before. And also it's just like right there.
Listen, I'm going to put it right here on this podcast. Yes. If you want to sign up for that, I will. If you want to like do our long runs around there, I will drive out here for the long runs, and we can do long runs together.
Yes, I'm down. Because I thought you were about to say that you were going to sign up with me.
Well,
not committed
maybe I
yet.
will. Yeah, I'm not that committed, but I am committed to running.
I think it's like 16 weeks away.
Okay.
From this week, I'm pretty sure that's what my Runna app said.
Okay.
That it was 16 weeks from now, which is good. Like, good. For a half marathon.
Because I think I seriously started training for the half last time at 12 weeks, and I injured myself. So.
Yeah. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing
But also, like, doing Pilates, I feel like I'm much more stronger now, so I won't get injured.
Yeah. That'll be good. Oh my gosh.
Being athletes
I mean, that's kind of like how me and Miranda started, like, really talking, was because we were talking about running. Yeah. Which is so funny.
Because we're so extreme. Like, that's how we knew that our personalities were so extreme.
All or nothing.
We like met for like, got like ice cream or something. And then we were sitting eating ice cream and we're like, oh, we're going to run a marathon.
Yeah. I know. And I was also thinking about it too with like the whole running thing. I was like, I'm about to literally next week is my birthday. I'm pretty sure next Wednesday is my birthday. I was like, you know what? I want to start off my 29th year like strong and just kind of like have a goal in mind and like at least run a half marathon in my 20s. So I was like, I need to do this. Like, I have to do this.
Why was this me last year? Because I turned 29 and then I ran a half marathon.
Oh, no way. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. And so maybe if I run this half marathon, hopefully by the time, I'm trying to think if that would be enough time, like running either a marathon like at the maybe next year around May, either before I'm 30 or after I'm 30, but just like starting off the year, like running a whole marathon. Because I've been wanting to do that for so long and I never do it. Yeah. It really is a time commitment more so than like me not wanting to run. Because like once you get into marathon training, like I can run 6 miles and that takes me a really long time, but like having to train for an entire marathon, like you're running like 3 to 4 miles, or not 3 to 4 miles, 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah,
like
I know, and it is kind of like say goodbye to your Saturday mornings, like So yeah, you do have to be.
It's like just like the time commitment. That's just like holy crap, but I do have time. which is like my thing where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I do have time. I just have to like either wake up earlier or just like kind of like,
Okay.
switch things around.
Everything is aligning in my brain right now because I'm like, okay, this is the universe telling me that I need to start running again, because I literally woke up this morning at 6 to go to Pilates at 7. I've never done that ever. I've always gone to like a 10 or 11 a.m. class. And something in my body was just like, you need to start waking up earlier.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I did. So
yeah, I've been having to wake up really early for these sessions. Like on last Monday, I had a session in Fort Worth at like 8. And I've been having to get ready really early and like beat traffic and all of that stuff. Even my sessions to Dallas, like they've been at like 8 or 9, just to,
beat the heat.
And also just because it's just easier for things like that. But yeah, so I've been having to wake up early and I'm like, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds so crazy. I'm like, it's not even that early, but it's like, that's just not how I've been living my life. But something in me too was like, this isn't bad. Like you can do this. And I had been doing it. So it's just like, it's almost like a confidence boost as well, because it's like once you do something, you're almost like more like confident and you're like, I can do that, even if it's like as simple as something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. it's been really good. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say something. I don't know if it was about running. Oh, it was about time, because we were talking to Lauren at WIPA and she was like talking about like having kids and kind of like having to prioritize her time. And when you don't have kids, you have unlimited time. And I was telling her, I was like, it's true. Like I do have unlimited time because I don't have kids. I don't really have like really a commitment to work where I have to be there like 9 to 5 or anything like that. But since you have unlimited time, I'm always the type of person that's like, oh, that'll get done later.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like a little bit harder when I don't have, like, if I were to have kids, it's almost like I'd have to really prioritize my time. But since I don't, it's just kind of like one of those things where I like push things off because I do have unlimited time.
Right.
So it's like the pros and cons of like.
Well, it's like when you have kids, you have limited time, so everything else is a priority.
Yes.
But for us, like nothing's really a priority because we have so much time.
Yes, exactly. So I thought that was
a blessing and a curse.
Yes, it really is. I mean, both ways, like having limited time, but also not. So it was interesting, like talking to her about it, because I was like, well, I do have unlimited time, but I feel like sometimes I don't do things with like urgency because it's really not that urgent.
Yeah.
We're we're not doctors. Nothing's like really that serious. But yeah, it was just interesting talking to her about that, because I don't know. How do you guys feel? I'm like, if you don't have kids, like, do you feel that exact same way where it's like, I just have unlimited time. So it's just like, well, I can just push it till later. But I need to stop thinking that way. I need to just really.
And I think like waking up this morning, like with the sunrise, just felt so nice.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I'm starting my day when the sun is starting its day.
Yes.
And that felt really nice. And like now that it's summer and like, the sun doesn't set till like later, it's like we have more time in the day and I want to like maximize it.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Like I really want to as well, because I get really sad when there's no sun, but then I'm like, well, I don't like utilize all of the, all of the sun. Yeah, so I've been thinking the same thing. So that's funny. We're on the same wavelength. But no, I'm so down to do long runs. Okay. For sure.
Okay,
we need to get on the same run.
The plan.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about doing that today. But yeah, I know. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I really want to do this half marathon. I know I can do it.
Yes, we definitely can.
The longest I ran the last time I was running was, I think, 9 miles. I'm pretty sure. And afterwards, I felt good. Well, like I didn't feel like I was like exhausted and I'm coming from like, I used to run track in high school. So I know I'm a good runner. I've kind of like have that gene in me where I do actually like running. But when I was in high school, I was not doing long distance. I was doing like very short distances. The longest I ran was 2 laps around the track, which is an 800. And that was like the longest I ever did. So I never ran more than like a 5K. Mm-hmm. And so even running more than a 5K when I was like training was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I can actually do this, because I've always been like a short distance runner. And so just like being able to run that like 9 miles, I was like,
well, also like you don't experience like true runner's high until after a 5K anyways.
yeah.
So it's like a lot of people think that they don't like running is they haven't ran long enough to feel the benefits of it.
Yeah.
And so this is why
that's so true.
And like also like that feeling of like literally being high is like what got me into running.
Yes.
And so when I'm watching these videos of like on YouTube of other people running, I literally start crying because I like want that feeling again.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, okay, I want to start again.
Yeah, that's kind of like what Chelsea was talking about in that podcast, where she was just like, it's just like such an accomplishment, because she's also a mom of like 2, and you know, she wasn't like training like super hardcore, and so her just being able to finish it was amazing. And I'm like, oh, I want to feel that. And also just like the energy, I get a lot of my energy through other people, and so just like being at a race, like it just like all the excitement, all the buzz and everything, like I'm so excited to like feel that again, because I haven't done anything like that in a really long time. I've done 5Ks, but again, it's very, very different, because the 5K is almost like really fast. I wasn't even thinking about anything. I was just like go go go, music only. Like I didn't even feel the energy, and no one really cares about the 5K whenever there's a whole marathon, so nobody really like cheers you on for that. But I'm excited for something like that. Just like the energy of like racing and feeling that.
Yeah, you're getting me excited. I was trying to talk myself out of it yesterday. I was like,
wait, why?
I don't really. I'm just like riding the high of like of your energy of wanting to start. But actually, no, I do actually want to start.
Yeah. Well, the fact that we were thinking it separately, but we never really talked about it is kind of like crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I really do want to start training. And yeah, like I said, I love running, and just like the endorphins and getting that energy out and just like feeling good and just like accomplishing things, because that's how you get confidence, is just by doing one thing at a time. And even if it's with running, like you just gain confidence in all aspects of your life, because you're just like, I can do this and I can do anything then. So yeah.
This is the year to feel confident, I feel like.
Exactly.
We're going to networking events. I'm like, we already did that once. I can do 1,000,000 now.
Yes. No, it's so true. We've been doing so many things out of our comfort zone and just kind of like fully going into things. And so I'm ready to do that with like other aspects of like hobbies and things like that. So yeah, I'm really excited. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll have to do that half marathon. And after that half marathon, I really do want to maybe try for the marathon.
Yeah, that's always been a goal of mine. And then I like had to recover for so long after the half that I just kind of like was put off of it.
Yeah. And I think watching other people train, do things really like gets you going. You're like, oh wait, I do want to do this. So I need to start doing that, because that's what happened to me last time when I got the running bug, where I was just like researching. My whole feed on TikTok was running, like running shoes for this, and best like socks, best everything. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I really need to get back into it, because who knows. Chelsea was also talking about how like most people feel they're like, what would you call it, like your fitness level from like 30 to 40 is almost like your peak, which is crazy because you would think it'd be like when you are younger. But even thinking now, when I like ran that 9 miles, I probably did that faster than I would have when I was like in like doing track meets in high school. And so it's kind of crazy that you almost think like the older you get, the more like old and like you know, old and you can't run and just kind of like, but it's because people get like that because they don't do things. They don't like, you know, go out and work out and run and do all of those things. So I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so true. I probably feel a lot better now than I did back then, just because, I don't know, I feel like the older you get, the more you learn, the more like nutrition you get and all of that stuff. You just like know a little bit more. Because
Yeah.
no one, I mean, my parents weren't telling me what to eat or what to do or
Yeah.
anything when I was running in high school. So now that I kind of like know what I need to do, I kind of like feel a lot better about it. So anyways, enough about running. No one cares. Everyone's like, okay, cool. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll
the
inspire
girlies out
someone.
there.
Yeah, maybe we'll inspire someone to do a 5K or something, or
well,
train a half marathon with us.
There is one thing I want to talk about, and it's like the art of curation. This is something I've been really thinking about lately. And so what sparked it was my friend has a family photography business, and she just was like really struggling with like the social media of it all and like what to post, when to post. And she was also feeling maybe just like discouraged of like what her work actually looked like. And she would send me like galleries and I'd be like, why isn't this photo like on everywhere? Like, this is so amazing. And it was interesting to me because she would choose to post photos that I would not think about posting. And so we like kind of narrowed it down that she just didn't really have the eye or skill yet of curation. And so she asked me to do like a portfolio review for her, which was really fun for me because
I bet.
I was like, wow, like she has like photos in here that are insane. She could like triple her prices, but no one's seeing them. And it's getting lost in her own gallery. And she kind of felt like she didn't have a voice. And I was like, so it was cool for me to be able to pick out the photos from each gallery and be like, this is your voice. This is what I see when I look at your work. And this is what I think you want to communicate to your clients. And so, and how that relates to like social media, she just like didn't know what to post, when to post. And so I kind of like helped her formulate like, okay, these are your best like 30 images. I would only share this. Like, and I kind of told her like what galleries like would be her ideal client, and she didn't have to share from all of, she was kind of in the mindset that she had to share from every shoot kind of thing. And so it was really cool. I like planned out her feed for her. And so I'm like really excited to see like a month or 2 months from now what her business is going to be like, because I feel like she's going to be able to raise her prices and book more consistently. But it was just interesting to me. I was like, why isn't she seeing what I'm seeing? And she was saying how like she feels very like emotionally connected to the work that she makes. So like if she has a bad time during the session, her brain says like these photos aren't good.
Interesting.
And
okay.
so,
even if there is good photos, that's wild.
Yeah. And so I could see like these photos are amazing, but she thought they weren't because she didn't feel confident at that shoot or something went wrong. And so I was like, okay, maybe you need a third eye to come in and be like, no, this is actually really good. This is your voice. And just because you feel chaotic in the moment doesn't mean you're not a good artist. So, and I've had other friends in the past that like feel the same way. So I feel like some people that's just how their brain works. But for me, I'm like, I gotta be having the worst day ever, and I'll forget about that when I look at the photo, and I'm like, the photo's so amazing.
Well, you almost sometimes have to disconnect from it for a while. Like sometimes I won't even post a wedding for a really long time because I almost have to just disconnect from it and then view it with like fresh eyes and go through it like that. But I agree. I feel like it took me a while to find that curation eye, but I think what my problem was is because I didn't really have a goal in mind, or just kind of like I didn't know what kind of photography style I was wanting to sell and just kind of like what my style was. And so you almost have to find that before you can even curate. Because if you have like, if you don't know what to post, if you don't know if you don't know what to post, it's probably because you don't know your own brand yet, or you don't know what the goal is of you posting. Because I mean, anybody can post photos, but it really takes like that curation and just like your brand voice and just like the kind of clients that you want to attract you have to like see your galleries that way of like, okay, who is this attracting? Why am I posting this specific photo? Is it because it's more documentary and that's kind of like the direction I want to take? Or is it more editorial? Is that the direction I want to take? Or like, is it a mixture? Or whatever your style is, you have to like go through your galleries and kind of pick the ones that kind of scream your brand.
Yeah.
And if you don't know your brand yet, you're not going to know how to curate. You're just going to be posting whatever or not post at all because you don't know who you are.
Yeah. And
as
I
an
think
artist.
that was what she was struggling with. Is she was like, I don't even have a brand. I was like, I hear you talking about all the things that you like.
Yes.
All the things, how you want your clients to make them feel. Like you have a brand, you just haven't realized it. And I can show you cohesively, like through these images, that you are producing that brand. It's just getting like muddled and confused with all the other stuff that you're posting.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It really does have, it really is about the brand. And you really have to post that way to where it's like, okay, is this speaking what my brand is speaking? And are the feelings there too? Because it's all about the feeling and how you want your couples and your clients to feel when they look at these images. And so, yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that makes me want to do something like that.
I know. It was so fun to like go through someone else's work.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, I just did this for myself like 2 months ago, but I want to redo it and like even like narrow it down even more to like be more specific to my brand. Yeah. It's like so fun. I love curating.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, that sounds so fun. Yeah. I need to do something like that for someone. Cause sometimes honestly, it is kind of easier to have someone else look at your stuff and be like, okay, what is good in this gallery? And like, tell me.
Yeah.
Cause sometimes people just see things differently. I mean, art is just so subjective. So it's just kind of like one of those where it's like some people will see different things in the gallery and like different photos for different reasons. And so, yeah, I definitely think that it's just like the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
But I think some of the best photographers, their curation is so good and matches their brand so well. And so I think that's why they're doing so well in their photography business, is because they curate so well for their Instagram. And
you don't have to post everything.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to post every session, every photo. Yeah. I don't understand why people do, but I guess you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
Because that was probably me when I first started. I was just posting everything I did.
Yeah, same.
And that gets you somewhere. But at some point, if you want to start making more money and kind of like curating and finding your ideal clients, you have to find what your ideal client wants.
If you want to be seen as like the expert of something and you want all of your clients to be aligned, not just like every 5th client.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, these past few years, it's just been like, I love my clients so much. And it is because of like my website, the curation, everything that I do on my stuff and the way I word things. And yeah, it really does work. It really does work. It's such a simple switch. You got to know your brand. Go listen to our branding episode because I swear it'll help so much. And then once you have your brand and you know it, oh my gosh, looking through your galleries will be so much easier and you'll know exactly what to post. So yeah, I think that's great. Oh my gosh, Miranda, thank you for sharing that. I haven't thought about that in a long time as far as like other people go. Like I know how to do that with my own brand, but I think that's really good for other people to hear. And I hope that you do some more.
I know. Well, I already have someone else that wants me to do a portfolio review. So I'm like thinking about how I can like create this as like a service that I offer.
Yeah, no, you really should. You really should. I already see like the before and after, like their before feed and their after feed.
I should take a screenshot. I archived everything for her.
No, well, you can go to the archive and screenshot the archives.
Oh, okay, good idea.
Yeah, do that because I think that'll be really good to see like the before and after. I even just want to see it. Okay. Because I think it'll be interesting, like the photos that were posted before and the photos that were posted now. So that'll be really good. Oh, one of my clients wants to do like a boudoir session, and I haven't done one in like years. Like it's been...
I don't think I've ever done one.
I think it's been like 5 years. And even when I did it, I wasn't like in love with what I did. But anyway, so she wants to do like a boudoir session. And I was like, you know what? I think, yeah, let's do it. Like I haven't done one in a while. I feel like this would be a good like... session to just kind of like have creative juices flowing because I haven't done one in so long, and I don't really like, it's not something that I'm like, I love doing this or anything. But when I was like looking through like inspo and just kind of like finding things for us to just kind of like, I don't know, what's the word, collaborate with, the session is going to be more like less boudoir, but more like intimate, and very like low key, effortless, if that makes sense. So like, you know, baby tees, shorts, and just kind of like almost like reading the newspaper, having a coffee, like more of that style and less of the like the very like, I don't know what you would call that, just very like not that like the opposite of that, where it's just kind of very like
very extra,
sexy,
very sexy,
and like, you know, Victoria's Secret style stuff. This one's gonna be, or what we're planning is just a little bit more low key and just kind of like effortless, just woke up and just things like that. So I think I'm really excited for that.
That'll be so fun.
Because what I was doing in the past was very much like sexy and just like very like, I don't know, just maybe it just wasn't my style and I didn't know how else to shoot. But now I kind of know what I want to do. And so we got on a consult call and I was kind of like showing her the inspiration and kind of like outfit inspo and all of that stuff. And we're on the same page. So that's great. And so I'm excited for that to happen because I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. I'm excited to like, I don't know, almost like do a styled shoot with it. And I think it'll be really, really pretty.
That sounds more like what I did. So my friend Elizabeth, she photographs body stories, she calls them.
Okay.
And they're very intimate, like naked bodies, but it's not so much like boudoir.
Yes.
And so I was just kind of like in a nightgown, like frolicking in a garden.
Okay. Yes.
And so that felt way more me than being like in like a Victoria's Secret bra. Like
yeah, it's just very sexy and just like I don't know what else to call that. Just very like,
there's a word and I can't think of it.
Because there's a line that can
French.
be crossed.
It's a French word.
I don't know.
I mean, boudoir is French, but
there's another word for it.
Yes. It's literally like Moulin Rouge. Like what's that called? Those dancers? Burlesque.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That's very burlesque.
Yeah, it's very performative type of style, boudoir. Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of like the opposite of what I want to do. It's just very like effortless and just like woke up. Here's me in my bed, and you know, I'm just wearing this like tank top that says Mrs. or something. So it'll be very bridal, but very like, I don't know, just very
because that's sexy too. Like
yes, and that's what I was telling her, because she was trying to find inspo and she was like, I could not find anything that was like, you know, because sometimes it crosses a line where it's just like, whoa, that's a little too much. It's a little too much. I can't do that. But
unless you're like that in real life.
Yeah, exactly. And I knew she wasn't. Okay. Like she was already kind of nervous about it, but she still wanted to do it, and so I almost had to show her like the opposite of what I was thinking, where it was just kind of like effortless type of styled session. And she was like, oh, okay. I just couldn't find anything like that. And I just kind of told her some words that she could like put into Pinterest or whatever, because all people really know is like boudoir. And so when that pops up, it's like very like, whoa, butts everywhere and just like, teeny tiny like lingerie, things like that. So but yeah, I'm really excited about that. So hopefully that'll turn out good, and I'll be so more excited to shoot stuff like that, because I think that'll be really good. Just I don't know, just to have something creative that I haven't done in a long time.
Something different.
Yes, something different. But yeah, is there anything else you can think of?
That's kind of all I wanted to yap about today.
Yeah, I think that's it for today. Well, thank you guys for listening, tuning in. Oh, and if you're watching the YouTube and the Spotify, these are Miranda's cups that she had at her wedding.
How cute of Kimberly to put them in our set.
Yeah, well,
with the Yahtzee die.
Yes, I took them from Miranda's wedding. She said we could take them, and so I did. I was like the only one that was carrying stuff out of her wedding.
I was like, everyone, please take a wine glass. I don't want 50 of these wine glasses.
No, literally, I was like, okay, I'll take this. I like found some dice on the floor, so I like put them in my cup, and I was like, yep, I'm taking these. But yeah, so if you got to watch the YouTube and the Spotify, you got to look at her glasses that she made. Was it fun, the process of making this, or was it? Oh, okay.
No.
It's Like, I hate it every second. Oh, speaking of these glasses, I think there was one point at your wedding that you told someone, like, why are you not drinking the wine from the wine glasses that I made?
Oh. I know.
And I was like, oh my
gosh. They were using just like a plastic cup. I was like, no.
Go get your wine glass. We got to be aesthetic at all times. That is so funny. I just remembered that happened. I forgot who you told. I don't know if it was like Kenzie or Amelia or someone, but it was just so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right. Let me go get my wine glass and be cute. But anyways, okay. Well, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like and do all of the things to help us out. But we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.